How did you first hear about The Impossible?
Well, when The Impossible came around, I was actually playing Billy Elliot in the West End, and I was getting ready to leave and go back to school, and Bayona, the director, saw a clip of me on YouTube, an interview actually talking about Billy, and came over to London where we met 3 or 4 times, I think, and we got on very well, we had a great connection, and it sort of just progressed from there, really. Then I think 6 or 7 weeks from leaving Billy, I was in Spain filming The Wave.
So many roles like made every year. It's impossible to say exactly what you want to do. But something that has a bit of action in, or a bit of comedy, or something like maybe something that's less serious than The Impossible. Something a bit more jokey.
You can quite fancy being like a superhero.
Oh yeah. I don't know. What kind of superhero would I want to play? Maybe Spider-Man in like 10 years' time.
Get ready for the reboot of the reboot.
The reboot of the reboot, if they made one. I don't know.
Fancy.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And
what's it feel like to be getting this kind of recognition, you know, so early in your career, I guess?
It really is amazing and incredible to be here, and I just feel honoured to be here tonight, and to be amongst all these incredible actors and actresses is just such a privilege, and to be so young is like really, really overwhelming. But yeah, I'm doing great. I have some great friends keeping me grounded and keeping my head screwed on. So yeah, I'm having a great time. Hemsworth is a good friend of mine, and I work with him, and I have a film that's coming out in a couple of months actually, and he sent me a note as a congratulatory note, and also just a few words of advice about kind of like remain cool. It's all going to get pretty crazy, but just enjoy life while no one knows who you are, and do some traveling. He said go traveling.
Because soon you'll be on the...
Yeah, I sent him a text asking him if he could let Kevin Feige know that he'd work with me, and he replied saying, he was like, yeah, I'll tell him that you're really unprofessional, you never learn your lines, and you're always late to work. I was like, great.
It's so nice to know you can count on him.
Yeah, that's not true. I'm super professional. So.
Okay. Something else I wanted to ask you about, I heard that you actually found out that you got the role on Instagram?
Yes, I did. It was a crazy way to find out. I'd been playing golf with my dad and lost, which is bad. This is a bad
Do you
game.
usually lose?
Not really, no. He'll hate me for saying that. But no, so I came home, I was really upset, and I was looking on Instagram, and Marvel posted a photo of Spider-Man saying, go to our website to find out who our new Spider-Man is. I went to the website, and it said, we are delighted to announce that the new Spider-Man is, and I sort of like slammed my computer, and I was like, I need to take a minute, I'm so terrified of what this might say, and it said my name, and it was the greatest day I've had.
Do you think that if you were actually Spider-Man, would you really keep it a secret? That's a tricky one.
That is a tricky one, you know. That is a tricky one. It depends. It really does depend. It depends. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Ask me when I've got superpowers.
Exactly. In the next one. Paul, I would like to know, you've said before that you want to become a film director in the future. If you could direct a movie today, what would it be about, and who would be your inspiration?
Oh wow. If I had to direct a movie today, I'd really like to direct a World War II movie about English soldiers, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure what it would be about. I'd like to make a true story, yeah.
Wait, I will cry.
I actually got a tattoo of a spider.
No.
Yeah, I did, yeah, to pay homage to my character, and you know, this has changed my life, this movie, and I really wanted to get something that I could remember it forever. So I got a little spider somewhere on my body.
Is it somewhere that you could forget about, and you like look down and be like, ah?
Well, yeah, I definitely forget that I have it. It's funny, I got the tattoo and didn't tell my parents about it, and the tattoo's on the bottom of my foot. It's like right here, and I was doing a handstand in my kitchen, and my mum was like, "What's that on your foot?" It's like nothing. And she was like, "Did you get a tattoo?" I was like, "Yeah." And she actually thought it was really cool, and so did my dad. But yeah, so it's on the bottom of my foot, so you'd never see it. It was just somewhere here in LA. I was just driving, and I saw it, and it blew my mind, because I remember when Avengers Assembled came out, and I was like first in line with one of my best friends to go and see it, and then we then saw it 5 or 6 times after that, and just to be even involved or associated with this fantastic universe that Kevin has created is such a privilege. But to play Spider-Man in a film that I would have gone to see anyway is just
there's no words that could describe how I feel right now. So when I saw it, I got actually really emotional. Because it's like a dream come true. It's like it literally is the definition of a dream come true. And I'm so lucky because so few people get to do that. And it was a really sort of heartwarming moment for me. It was kind of cool, it was interesting. The day we walked on set for the first time, it felt like we'd come back from our summer break. It felt like Spider-Man 1 was our first year of school and this was our second year of school.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel like any time had really passed. But for me, like, to be able to bring Spider-Man, the franchise, to my home city was really, really awesome, and I'm super proud that I was able to do that. And then to also have my friends come and spend some time in London and show them around the city was really awesome.
And what did you do? What's your thing?
Well, you got up to a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just like all over London and all those things and doing what the hipsters do.
They went to the Harry Potter studios.
For my birthday.
Hey.
It's very exciting.
Which
He
was
didn't get to come.
very upsetting because the Harry Potter studios were directly outside the studio where I was working.
Well, it's not outside, it's literally on.
It's literally on the same lot.
Yeah,
So while they were having so much fun, I was being
Literally,
beaten
we
up by
could
a
see
Hydra man.
the set from where
From
we
like
were.
where we were. Like,
You did Billy Elliot.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Back in the day.
I didn't fail to jump from Billy Elliot to Spider-Man.
Not that different, right?
You just go like...
It's like dance, it's like physical and...
Dancing, for me, has been like the most valuable thing I've ever learned in this industry because a lot of the characters I play are so physical and it's been such a like good sort of skill to have to be able to kind of manipulate your body in ways that a dancer does. So it's been super helpful.
Which one is more difficult, Spider-Man or Rihanna?
You mean doing the song, Rihanna's song, right?
You were damn serious at the Rihanna beat. You were...
But yes, I think you're right. This film really does help young boys understand that it's not a bad thing to express how you're feeling and to show your emotions and to admit that you're feeling down. I think often that young boys, myself included when I was a kid, would just put on a brave face and just sort of suck it up and get on with it. And this film is teaching people that you don't have to do that. And what Chris has been saying, which I think is a really good point, this is a film about brotherhood, just as Frozen is a film about sisterhood. But you don't need to be a girl to enjoy Frozen. I mean, I loved Frozen. And you don't need to be a boy to enjoy Onward. It's a film for everyone, the entire family. It's a film about family. So it really is the type of film you want to get your entire family together.
Yeah.
Go for a Pizza Express beforehand, get your tickets at the Odeon, sit down and then enjoy the film. When he was young, he bought this vintage Cartier watch, and when I turned 21, he had it housed and gave it to me for my 21st birthday.
Wow.
So that is a very special gift for me, and I look forward to one day giving it to my son or daughter when they turn 21. And then also my grandparents bought me a signet ring. Like we have a family tradition, when you turn 18 you get a signet ring, which is really cool.
That's cool.
But I don't wear it often because I've got such skinny little fingers. It flies off all the time. Nightmare.
Oh, the worst.
But yeah, my watch is very special. It's very dear to me.
It is very special.
So amazing about the Russos and why I hold them in such a positive light is that the difference between making a $500 million box office movie and making a really small independent movie about PTSD and substance abuse is so different, but the way that they approached making them is exactly the same. And the way they treated the crew, the respect they had, the way they were able to galvanize everyone and have a really positive and fun experience while the subject matter was so dark and difficult to swallow, was amazing. So for me, there was no real difference in the process, just difference in the subject matter, which made for an amazing experience for me because it was just such a challenge.